Today we're looking at Jank Magic the Gathering combos, and they actually work. They better work. All right, I'm threatening you, Kano. You finally made the show. Dijin Illuminatus into Slaughter Pact and into Professor Onyx. Now, just a reminder, all combos are free for the show. But if you want to dono, if you want to cheat in line, it's not going to cost $5. Some people, not that I'm complaining, like to monopolize the show with a lot of combos. That's fine. I got to just charge you more so that other people get combos for free. Starting with Dijin Illuminatus. This is a 7-mana 3/5 Dijin. Flying. Each instant and sorcery spell you cast has Replicate. The Replicate cost is equal to its mana cost. What are we going to replicate? We're going to replicate Slaughter Pact. But it costs nothing. It costs 0. Destroy target non-black creature. We do need a creature actually in play. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may pay 3 mana. If you don't, you lose the game. Do you know, I guess we could Slaughter Pact or Dijin Illuminatus. That is a one-way combo to get the hell out of here. Go home for the night. You know what? I'm tired of all of you. I just want to Slaughter Pact my Dijin Illuminatus, and I want to go to sleep. This game is taking too long. But you know what? This can actually win. Thanks to Professor Onyx. A 6-mana Planeswalker with Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 1 life. Well. It turns out I could copy my Slaughter Pact an infinite number of times through my Dijin Illuminatus. And that means my Professor Onyx is also going to trigger an infinite number of times, blasting you for a bazillion-ish damage. I don't know, some whatever the hell you want it to be. You're gonna hit him from a bazillion damage. Next we've got good evening, Citadel. How about a Mirkwood Bats? What else do you got? Chatterfang and Pitiless Plunderer. Can't even find the Mirkwood Bats. There it is. Mirkwood Bats, Pitiless Plunderer. And just a reminder, everybody, only 2 to 3 card combos in chat. If you want to have something 4 or more, you can have it for free in the Discord. Just let me know that it's in the Discord. And also explain your combo if it's 4 or more. Because I'm not going to figure that out. Oh, did I get Chatterfang out of all this? I didn't get the Chatterfang. Chatterfang loves to talk. Hence the chattering name. Okay, Chatterfang is a 3-mana 3/3 with Forest Walk, and if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens, plus how many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens are created instead. Ooh. So you're telling me when I make treasures with Pitiless Plunderer, because whenever another creature you control dies, create a treasure token. Oh, so we make a treasure, we get a squirrel. How is this gonna work? Whenever another creature controlled dies. Actually, I can sacrifice the token, but I can't sacrifice the squirrel. Not yet. Oh, but wait a minute. Okay, well, let's see how this works out. Mirkwood Bats is a 4-mana 2/3 flying. Whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. So we're going to make the treasure, which is also going to make a squirrel. And then for a black, we can sacrifice X squirrels, which we do. We have a squirrel in play. Target creature gets -X plus X -X until end of turn. I guess we could target the Pitiless Plunderer, which is going to... Now, our squirrel is dead. Our squirrel is officially dead. We had a funeral for it and everything. I hope it was a big funeral. There's a lot of squirrels in the Squirrel Chatterfang family. It goes deep. They brought a bunch of nuts. So when it died, it created a treasure token, which makes another squirrel token. And for each time these tokens are coming into play, the Mirkwood Bats is just dealing tons of damage. It's incredible. Yeah, pay the black with the treasure. Actually, I love this combo. It's a very nice start to the show. I'm loving it already. 7 cats in a suit. I hope you're having a great... I am having a great... That's not a combo at all. But thank you very much. I appreciate it, Phil Gold with Tanawa. Why would you make a combo with Tanawa? It's like basically impossible. And then you want Impending Disaster? Is Tanawa secretly like the jank combo of all time? Okay, getting back to Tanawa, 5-mana 7/7 phasing and trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, all lands you control phase out. Armageddoning yourself. Impending Disaster is an enchantment for 2 mana. During your upkeep, if there are 7 or more lands in play, sacrifice impending disaster and destroy all lands. Oh my god. During your upkeep, if there are 7 or more lands in play. Okay, so is the idea? How is this gonna work? At the beginning of your upkeep, oh yeah, okay. So this will stack first. You'll lose all your lands, then you're gonna blow up everybody's lands, and you're probably gonna laugh about it. Won't be a great day until the monster dies. Who do we got next? Surefire Selves with Omewa Mo Shindiru on the Discord. Remember, you can put stuff on the Discord for free. It's free. Don't worry. And I appreciate it. But if you put it on the Discord, please explain yourself. I gotta look. Omewa. How about I just look up Ome? Is that good enough? Good. How far are we here? Okay, let's look at all the cards. Let's read through all the cards first. We got Mindslaver. That's our first card. I'm not going to explain Mindslaver. You take over somebody's next turn. Then Isochron Scepter. Ooh, what are we going to put on the Isochron Scepter? Surefire Selves. What are we going to put on this thing? We're going to put we can't put Spoils of the Vault, can we? Is it 2 or less? Oh, it is 2 or less. Really? Choose a card name, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a card with that name, then put that card into your hand. Exile all other cards revealed this way, and you lose 1 life for the exiled card. You lose 1 life for each of the exiled cards. This could be a lot of life. Then we got the Fateful Handoff, a 4-mana sorcery. Draw cards equal to the mana value of target artifact or creature you control. An opponent gains control of that permanent. And I guess, are we giving them you are already dead? You are already dead. Instant. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn and draw a card. This is complicated. Okay, I have no idea what you're doing. Something with Mindslaver. Prerequisites. Mindslaver is on the battlefield. Isochron Scepter on the battlefield with Spoils of the Vault imprinted on it. Fateful Handoff in hand. You have 8 mana. Your opponent will have at least 2 when untapping. Activate Mindslaver from 4, taking control of an opponent during their turn. Cast Fateful Handoff on Isochron Scepter, drawing 2 cards and giving it to the opponent you just Mindslavered. And on the opponent's turn, which you're now controlling, activate Isochron Scepter to cast a copy of Spoils of the Vault. Name You're Already Dead, which they will not have in their deck. That is insane. That is such big brain. So the idea is that we're going to put, with Isochron Scepter, we're going to put the Spoils of the Vault on it. And then we're going to basically donate the Isochron Scepter to the player that we Mindslavered. And then we're going to force them, we're going to name You Are Already Dead with this card is actually technically not in the deck, but we're going to name You Are Already Dead with Spoils of the Vault, and they're going to die. This is all in black too. That's incredible. Next, Isochron Scepter can mix with Counterspell or Boomerang in Vintage. It can mix with Ancestral Recall. You can do it. Yeah, I wonder if anyone's ever tried that in Vintage. Pull off Isochron Scepter and Ancestral Recall. It's like the most Timmy of all combos. Maybe not the most Timmy. It's an obvious combo. There wasn't a donate card in the combo. I know there wasn't. No, there was. It was Fateful Handoff. Draw an opponent can draw cards equal to the mana value of target artifact or creature you control, which is our Isochron Scepter, and then they control that permanent. It's really incredible. All in mono black. It's really incredible. It's like it's just insane. Okay. Moving on. Let's get back to the freebie section. Remember, if you want a dono, it's $5, but you guys all get for free. At least one, probably at most one. I don't think anyone's ever gotten 2 before. And Toilet Duck with Leyline of Singularity. Already in play, apparently. Then we need the Cinematic Phoenix. Cinematic Phoenix. Do they have movies? Like, how is this not... Like, isn't a cinema like the movies? I can't tell. Maybe it would be really stupid if there are no movies or TV ever since, what's it called? Neon Dynasty. Okay, we have this. This is in the graveyard plus cast Fire Cat Blitz. With X equals 6 or more if you want, tap 6 nameless cat tokens for Phoenix to win the game. How is this going to work? Leyline of Singularity. All non-land permanents are legendary. But the Cinematic Phoenix has Flying Haste, protection from red, and pay 1 tap. Return target legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap 6 untapped creatures you control. Return the Cinematic Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you tapped 6 legendary creatures this way, you win the game. And you know what? They're all going to be legendary thanks to the Leyline of Singularity. And then Firecat Blitz. All these little red creatures, they're canon now. You might even argue they're the hero. They're basically the team that's going to go into Mordor. And you know what's going to be easy for them because they're already made out of fire. And you win the game. Pretty cool. These are original. You can't do that. The tokens are legendary. Oh, wait a minute. All non-land permanents are legendary. Oh wait, this doesn't. Yeah, you're right. They're all gonna be legends, and then they're gonna die. Oh no. We found a Jank Magic the Gathering combo that doesn't work. Yeah, they're all gonna die. You'll never have priority to tap them. Great catch, chat. Okay, Jank Magic the Gathering combo that doesn't work. Damn it! Who proofreads these things before putting them live on a Magic the Gathering stream? Who proofreads them? But don't they have names? Yeah, they're all going to be the same name. All non-land permanents are legendary, so they all have the same name. They're all going to go poof. Yeah, their name. I think their name is Cat. It's Mr. Cat to you. Yeah, you need Mirror Hall to. Okay, we're gonna make. Okay, Mirror Hall. We gotta save the combo. Mirror Hall. No, it's not. What is it called? I think I know you're talking about. I don't know what the name is. What's the something mirror? Is it mirror something? Oh, too many mirror cards. Come on, who's gonna save this? Who's gonna save the combo? Is it Mirror Box? Oh, Mirror Box. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. There we go. We did it. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1. So your little cats are actually gonna work. We did it! It's not even Mirror Gallery, it's Mirror Box. Christopher, wow, rare miss on Christopher B. Unless that also is a card that works, but I don't know about that. Pacers fan forever. Look, I basically made a new rule just for you. MODOK plus humility. Is this real? Oh, it's the Skibbity Toilet guy. So what are we doing? Okay, we're doing something with humility. This is a 5-mana 2/2 flying lifelinker. It's a mental organism. I assume so. I hope so. Pay 3 life. MODOK Connives. Activate only during your turn. I don't get it. What are you trying to do with this card? Oh, is Mirror Gallery a similar card? Humility says all creatures lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 1/1. Does this dodge it somehow? Pay 3 life. It connives. Activate only during your turn. Skibbity Toilet Secret Lair. I don't know when. Is it a different MODOK? There is a second one, but I wasn't specified the second one. Reading the card explains the card. No, it doesn't. Oh, hold on. Designed only. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, I thought this was flavor text. Okay, chat. Okay, I thought it was flavor text. To be fair, like it started off in italics, and we learned in another show that italics isn't rules text. I learned from all of you. You taught me that, so I just ignored it. Designed only for killing creatures your opponents control, get -1/-1. And I am assuming through the magical power of layers, what, everything dies? I can only assume that's what's happening here. I actually don't know what's happening. I'm just assuming that's what's happened. If you ask me, this might be you know, if you ask me, I would just say everything is a 1/1, and that the MODOK does nothing. but like I don't know on what layer the humility actually interacts on. That doesn't make sense. Wait, that doesn't work. Won't humility eat the ability? That's what I think. Maybe that's the idea. It's like a jank. Hold on, we can just Google search this. MODOK and humility combo. Is this gonna be the second combo that doesn't work? Man, can I get like a clean? I don't think I can get a clean idea. There's any judges in chat here? It could get wiped in the first moment, maybe. It's a bingo if I ever saw one. Does anyone know what this thing does? I think we're all confused. You know, the problem is, unless you have a judge on hand, you never quite know what actually happens when humility is on the battlefield. Like, in my opinion, humility should be like Trinisphere. It just trumps everything. It is like the boss. Humility it just beats out anything. If you think it doesn't beat it out, it should work like that. But you know what? I don't know. What if you humility first, then MODOK? Oh, then I would say, actually, I still can't. I'd have no idea. Problem is with Magic the Gathering, the rules aren't consistent enough, especially when it comes to layers. If it came in after the humility, its ability would hit before the humility affects it. Probably. Pacers fan forever. Do you even know what this does? Or are you just trolling me with this damn thing? Munisir says, I'm judging your inability to read cards. Do I count as a judge? Yes. But I need a judge under rules. Okay, this card, we do not know if it combos. Contact your local game store judge. Ideally ideally a level 2 judge or higher. And yeah, chaos ensues probably. Okay, we're gonna get on to more combos. I gotta tell you where you can buy them from, if they, including the ones that might not work, at FusionGamingOnline.com. Today's sponsor, my favorite sponsor. Also, the deal of the week, always a deal of the week at FusionGamingOnline.com. 15% off all deck boxes. You're gonna need a lot of deck boxes for each combo deck that you build. For every combo deck you see today, you might need a new deck. And don't forget, if you need new cards, hey, that MODOK card, it's pretty fresh. Get that Skibbity Toilet type of card at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchase, and you support the channel. Thank you so much for everyone that supports the channel at FusionGamingOnline.com. Okay. How about Curse of Death's Hold instead of human? So you didn't know. You did not. You did. Why would you do that to me? Curse of Death's Hold. Yes, that will work. Why would you do that to me, Pacers? You paid $5 for me to suffer. Enchant player. Creatures enchant player controls gets mine. No, this still doesn't do anything. Oh, no, now it does. Oh, you're talking about you want to do humility plus Curse of Death's Hold. Yeah, that works. That 100% works. Whereas MODOK does not. Okay, that was a jank combo that didn't work at all. This is also technically a pretty good combo. Gillum with Hermit Druid. What? I'm gonna make a jank combo with Tolarian Academy. Mana Severance. So that's like basically what you're doing here. Ooh, that's a jank card though. Then you want Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. There's, man. How do they work? Nobody does. People pretend that they know how they work, but they don't. Hermit Druid, 2 mana, 1/1. Pay a green, tap, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a basic land card. Put that card in your hand, and all other cards revealed this way into your graveyard. But with Mana Severance, the rest of it goes in your graveyard, right? Yeah. Okay, but with Mana Severance, what you can do is first search your library for any number of land cards and just remove them from the game. So now there's not even lands we can go get. They don't exist. And the point being, if Jace is already on the battlefield, we're gonna wipe our deck out. And Jace says, if you would draw a card, well, your library has none in it, you're gonna win the game instead. Very beautiful. Fen Factor with Gearson Starn. Gearson Starn? Who the hell is that? Garfield might know a thing or two about layers, the cat and the creator of this game. You know, it's not clear to me that he does. I mean, maybe. I mean, he did make some magic sets in the modern day. He came back. I wonder how much he keeps up to date with like what he's allowed to do mechanically in the game. I imagine they might bring him on as a designer in the future, and the team is just like, you can't make these cards. We can't make them digitally. They don't function properly. What are you doing, Garfield? Okay, so we start off with Gearson and then Keller Morph. Oh no, that is Keller Morph. Oh, Caltrops. And Basilisk Collar. Basilisk Collar. Oh my god, how many Basilisk things are there? One Basilisk. Basilisk Collar. There we go. Okay, let's now go back to the start. Gearson is a 3-mana 3/2 Tyrannid Humid. Word 2. 3 auto stubs. Whenever another source you control deals exactly 1 damage to a permanent or player, Gearson Starn Keller Morph deals 2 damage to that permanent or player. So we have to do exactly 1 damage. Caltrops is going to do it. Whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deals 1 damage to it. And Basilisk Collar says, equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Wait, what? Can a creature kill itself with its own Death Touch? Just out of curiosity. I never thought about that. Okay, so we're gonna kill. So hold on. Whenever another source you control deals exactly 1 damage to a permanent or player, which is itself, Gearson Starn deals 2 damage to that permanent or player. Huh? Caltrops deals 1 damage to our creature attacking. Equipped creature has Death Touch and I don't understand this. Okay, I need help. I need an adult now. How does this thing work? Quantum physics makes more sense. Keller Morph is the source, so what? Okay, whenever another source you control deals exactly 1 damage to a permanent or player. So we deal 1 damage to our Gearson Starn. Keller Morph deals 2 damage to that permanent or player. So what? I'm dealing 3 damage to itself, then what? I really don't get this. You auto kill any attackers? No, but I mean, I think the idea is Gearson is dealing 1 damage to itself. It kills any creature attacking with Collar equipped. Oh, I see. Oh, I get it now. Okay, so any of their, so this is not forced. So that, like, I assume, like, you know, when we're comboing, we're like, we can force the action here. So we depend on our opponent to attack. It's going to deal 1 damage to it, and then Gearson deals another 2, which Death Touch, and then smokes it out of the water. Okay, that's the part that I was missing. I didn't understand that our opponent has to like walk into this. Like, they have to voluntarily do it. You can always goad. You know what? That's not a bad plan. I'm glad though that there was no goad on the table, except the best goad, Phil Goad, Aberoth. I'm just curious, for anyone that's watching these, like, is it just an awful watching experience? Is it great? I have no idea. I should really actually dig deep into the analytics. Luxior Guida's gift. There we go. Because there's so much like going back and forth and like, what does this card do? How does that work? I'm misinterpreting things. For all I know, it's like it's completely worthless to watch. But at the same time, it's educational because you learn all these weird combos. It's what a segue. Aberoth with 6 mana. I try. Aberoth, 6 mana for a 9/9. Commutative upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on Aberoth. I like this card because I've never heard of it before. It's very hard to like learn new cards after doing this show for like 6 years. Luxior, Guide as Gift, is a 1-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. And so what the +1 and the -1 negate itself. Equipped permanent isn't a planeswalker, and it is a creature. In addition to its other types, it isn't a planeswalker. What are we doing? Commute of Upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on this card. It shrinks it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. Oh, but also including the +1/+1 counters. So the +1/+1 plus the -1/-1, that's +2/+2. -1/-1, it's +1/+1. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Now you don't need Cumulative Upkeep for a 6-mana 9/9. Yeah, you could just have a 9/9 for 5 mana, basically. You get to keep it. I like keeping it. Where's Christopher B? Christopher B, you got something for us? Christopher B has Moon Shadow. And you want Jessica. Thrice Reborn. And Malira? Drop the former with the latter in play. Use the second tripling ability. You win if it connects. You don't say. What is Malira's name? Oh, it's Silvok. Malira Silvok Outcast. All right, what do we got here? Okay, Malira is a 2-mana 2/2. You can't get poison counters. Creatures you control can't have -1/-1 counters. And also, creatures your opponents control lose Infect. Jessica Thrice Reborn enters the battlefield with a loyalty counter on it for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. 0, choose target creature. Until your next turn, if that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it triples that damage to that player instead. Also, Jessica Thrice Reborn deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. So we're going to do triple our damage, apparently, with our... Oh, no! Not with our... what's it called? We're going to deal triple the damage with Moon Shadow. That's crazy. It's a black 7/7 menace. It enters with 6 -1/-1 counters on it. No! Psych. Huge psych. We're playing Jund Moon Shadow. Whenever one or more permanent cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove it. So we're going to deal triple the damage with Moon Shadow and deal 21 damage. Christopher B, are you like a commander? I'm assuming you're not a commander player. You're usually giving us 60-card interactions. Steve Cooper says, not remembering every single card of the 20,000 cards in the game? What an idiot. I didn't even know there were 20. You know what? 20,000 sounds low at this point. Sounds really, really low. As if I should know all of them. That's the end with Pinnacle Trick on Discord. Going to the Discord. Going to the Discord. Pinnacle Trick. Where is this? Okay, let's look at your cards. Card 1. We got Excava, the Risen Past, a 4-mana 3/3, flying haste. Is it a horse? It's a spear horse. When Excava attacks, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or non-aura enchantment card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It's a it's a 1/1 spirit creature with flying in addition to its other types. We also have Helix Pinnacle, Green Shroud. X, put X tower counters on it. You got 100, you win the game. That's the tricky part, though. Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, a 5-mana star elemental. Its powers and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Non-forest creatures you control are forest lands in addition to their other types. And then we got the Blossoming Tortoise. You know, you got a lot of like combo-ish cards together. I just don't know how all this crap works. It's a 4-mana 3/3, enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards, then return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activate all activated abilities of lands you control cost 1 less to activate, and land creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay, how does it work? What is this smorgasbord you got here for us, Lestian? Okay, we want to Excava, return Helix Pinnacle as a creature. Ashaya turns it into a land, and then with Blossoming Tortoise, you can add 1 counter by paying 0. What? Okay, so the point is, This is going to come back as a land. How the hell did that happen? Return up to one target artifact, creature, or non-or enchantment card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on. It is now a creature. Okay, it comes back. Okay, our Pinnacle has become a creature. You are sentient, Helix Pinnacle. That is very weird. And then non-token creatures you control are forests in addition to their other types. Okay, so far so good. That's genius. And then we have Blossoming Tortoise. Activated abilities of lands you control cost 1 less to activate, which means this now costs nothing. It's free, and we can just load up to 100 and we win the game. In fact, this is like it's almost like an AI generated card in real play, and you can't interact with this at all, I guess, except for split second, because you can respond to anything with just adding more counters. Great to go straight to 2 billion. Pretty cool. Very, very cool combo. We have so many people with no combo yet. Oh, we're going to get to everybody's combo, hopefully. Marcio with Absent Angel of Hope. World Slayer. And Whisper Silk Cloak. This is like a lot of popular cards together to make a combo. Whisper Silk Cloak. Cloak is a 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature can't be blocked and has Shroud. A World Slayer, a 5-mana equipment. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer. I assume the creature that we equip this to is going to be unblockable. And I suppose that creature is going to be none other than Avacyn, Angel of Hope. 8-mana, 8/8, Flying Vigilance, indestructible, and other permanents you control are also indestructible. Oh, so you're just gonna whack them over and over again. Indestructible creature with indestructible permanents, blowing up everything else. How rude! This is a very rude combo. But not as rude as renting any deck possible with Mana Traders, because the bane of your opponent's existence is at the palm of your hand. Whatever your opponent hates to play against, you can play with when you're renting cards with Mana Traders on Magic Online. Use coupon code Nikachu_BK3 for 40% cashback on your 3rd month subscription. Play all the combo decks you desire, all the weird combos. Mana Traders, people. Necrosis, don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, like the stream. I don't know how often people like the stream. There's always like 40 people here. I don't see 40 likes at the end of these streams, I'll tell you that. 40 people keep showing up. Rin with Opalescence, Promising Stairs, and Spy Kit. This sounds terrible. It sounds like a headache to interpret. Okay, we got Opalescence, Promising Stairs. Oh no, it's a door. And Spy Kit. Could you have made this like a little less? There's a second Spy Kit in this game. Wizards are making this complicated on us. Opalescence. Our other non or enchantments are creatures now, and their toughness is equal to its mana value. How does that work with Promising Stairs? Does it combine? I guess it chooses both sides combined as a 7/7 creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. You win the game if there are 8 or more different names among unlocked doors of rooms you control. What? Oh, different names, and now we're all gonna have. And now Spy Kit says equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has all names of non-legendary creature cards in addition to its name. Say my name. The name is Spy Kit. Wow, all that power. You'd be the first person to win with. I think you'd be the first person to win with this. Like, that is one of the most impossible ways to win the game possible. You win the game if there are 8 or more different names on unlocked doors. Like, has anyone gotten even 3 unlocked doors in their life in one game? Sounds brutal. I'm Error with Sliver Queen, Heartstone, and Ashnod's Altar. It's very much on the verge of being a good combo. Especially when you have like Sliver Queen and Ashnod's Altar in the mix. So, oh no, not Silver Queen. We want Sliver Queen. Heartstone. Well, I mean, this I don't know what the hell this thing does. Ashnod's Altar. Okay, our Sliver Queen, 2 mana. Make a 1/1. Make a baby. She's a baby maker. I don't know who the father is, though. Does anyone... Has anyone seen Sliver Queen's... the father of all these kids? Who the hell is Sliver Queen banging? But the... I mean, the evidence is there. She's busy. Heartstone, a 3-mana artifact. The cost of each creature's ability requiring an activation cost is reduced by 1. This cannot reduce an ability's generic mana cost less than 1. So, okay, we're not paying 2 anymore. Now it's 1. And also Ashnod's Altar, sack a creature, add 2 colorless mana. So for every single for every baby, she's going to sacrifice it immediately. And we get the 2 mana, and with that 2 mana, we can spend 1 to make a sliver, and then 1 more to make another sliver, and that surplus of babies shall be sacrificed to make more mana to make infinite numbers of creatures. Thanks so much for your super chat. We got Toads, just in case Toads got to go to bed. You never know when Toads has to go to bed. Fur Dock Core. This better work. Magda Brazen Outlaw. Okay, Magda is pretty broken by herself. Other dwarves get +1/+0. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token, sack 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or dragon card. Just plop it in play. Furdock Core is a 3-mana shapeshifter, changeling, tap, add 1 mana of any color, and for 4 mana, this artifact becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. What do you want? What do you want to do? Have 4 of these in play? Wait, 1 million of these in play? How does your combo work? Sack 5 treasures, which this isn't. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, so we're gonna tap. So we tap this just for mana, and it's a dwarf because it's a shapeshifter. It's a kindred shapeshifter. And that'll make the treasure tokens. And with the treasure tokens, we can eventually sacrifice 5 of them. It's, okay, yeah. Well, this is a very slow combo, Toads. This is like... This is the tortoise combo. I mean, I would be... Okay, there is a way of pulling this off. You first play Murdoch Core. Do not play Magda. Don't. You do not want to, like, alert them of what you're doing. Yeah, just play Furdock's Core and tap it for treasures. Once you got the 5, play your Magda, and then GG. Okay. This is a game plan, not a... It is, well, it's got a combo eventually. Simple combo, but effective. It's just having the extra mana isn't the most undesirable. Next up, we've got Felicia, Monk Gyatso, and Igneous Elemental. Target itself and Bantu's Monument. Gyat. Bantu's Monument. Come on, Bantu. Show up. Okay, there's Bantu. Okay, what do we got? We start off with Monk Gyatso. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever another creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability, you may airbend that creature. We're going to end it. So we're going to airbend the Igneous Elemental. When Igneous Elemental enters the battlefield, you may have it deal 2 damage to target creature. So it deals 2 damage to itself. It is now airbended So we exile it. While it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. Fine. Then Bontu's Monument. Black creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. Spell costs 2 less to cast if there is a land card in your graveyard. Oh, you get to play it for free. So you exile it. You can't pay it for 2, but it's going to cost 2 less. Jeez. That's hard to see. That's pretty good. That's a pretty nice combo. You know, I like these cards. They're unique. Like, you know, we got some card. Honestly, this is not a very old card. From Modern Horizons. Completely unloved. Igneous Elemental. Most people don't even know this card exists. And a great combo with Monk Yatsu. Ends up going off with Bontu's Monument because you're going to keep recasting. This thing keeps entering the battlefield. Opponent loses life and you gain life. Next with, let's get Bab. Reigns of Power. Shinka Gatekeeper. Keep misspelling these stupid cards. Shinka Gatekeeper and Star of Extinction. Everything's about to go kablooey. Okay, Reigns of Power is a 4-mana instant. Untap all creatures you control and all creatures your opponents control. You and that opponent each gain control of all creatures the other controls until end of turn. Oh no, those creatures gain haste until end of turn. What if I have nothing? Or what if I just give them 1? Then we have the Shinka Gatekeeper, a 3-mana 3/2. When Shinka Gatekeeper is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to you. This is the ultimate donate card. So we're donating what? This is interesting. You know, it's just a combo in itself to like have a bunch of garbage creatures you don't actually want on the board and then just donate them all to your opponent. Unfortunately, it's only until end of turn. Until we get Star of Extinction, baby. 7 mana, we're going to deal 20 damage to everything. But that everything includes Shinka. And it also means it deals 20 damage to you. It's pretty neat. Okay, next we've got... Oh boy! Another Mindslaver combo. People love their Mindslavers. Ruined Halo. How's that going to work? Game of Chaos. Something that gives your sorceries flash. Okay. So like this last card, like Quicken or something. Mindslaver, we're gonna take control of somebody's turn. What are we even gonna do on their turn? Ruined Halo, you name a card, you have protection from the chosen card name. Is it gonna be Game of Chaos? Flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while the coin is in the air. The loser of the flip loses 1 life. The winner of the flip gains 1 life. You may choose to repeat the process, double the stakes each time. Flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while it's in the air. The winner... What if there's no opponent, though? So this needs to... Oh, I see. So you just... This is for like a commander game. And then you're going to gain control of somebody. And you're going to make them play... You're going to make them... Oh, they're going to be the opponent? Target opponent... Winner of flip, double stakes. Flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails. Loser. How does this work? So we're gonna name. As it enters the battlefield, we're gonna name Game of Chaos. You have protection from the chosen card name. You can't be targeted, dealt damage, or enchanted. Okay, this is not targeting us because we are the one casting it. You lose 1 life, but we're not taking damage. Can't be targeted, dealt damage. Does this work? I don't think it works because you have to take damage. Yeah, it's losing life, not damage. Okay. Bad. Yeah, doesn't deal damage. Also, didn't have Quicken. Didn't mention Quicken. Okay, I read this enough times. Thanks. I'm so happy that the rest of chat agrees with me. What is it? 3 combos that don't work today? The shame. Okay, hold on. How do we make this work? Okay, this should be a new thing. How do we make this work? Forget Ruined Halo. Is there a card that says your life total can't change? Can't we, like, use Teferi's Protection or something? We're like Teferi's. Yeah, we can play Game of Chaos, and then in response, Teferi's Protection. There we go. We fixed it. We fixed the combo. That's the new rule now. If the combo doesn't work, we have to make it work. We have to do it for the content. Or Platinum Empyrean, yeah. Yeah, although this is a lame card to do it. You know what? I like that one. I got Platinum Empyrean sounds more the tune of this, the style of the show. Platinum Empyrean. There we go. Your life total can't change. It can't go up. It can't go down. It can't go left. It can't go right. It can't go diagonal. It cannot even twirl to freedom. Google is not MTG friendly. It suggests combos to me that do not work. Oh yeah, the Google Gemini has no idea how this game works. The Google Gemini doesn't even know it's banned in any particular format. It like mixes formats up. Don't trust AI for your combos. Not in 2026. Not yet. Just, you know, Marcio, I see your combo, but I'm gonna make mention of it after we get through all the freebies. Because you already got a card. I know you got a card. Voltlin with Mimoplasm. We got... Oh, and Vivi. Oh, this is going to be complicated. How does this work? I'm going to ask in advance how this works, because I have no idea. And Shivan Hellkite. You couldn't have combined the most convoluted... You couldn't have combined more convoluted cards together to make a combo out of this thing. Shivan Hellkite, 2 mana, deals 1 damage to any target. Vivi says, add X mana of any combination of blue or red, where X is its power. Activate it only during your turn, once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then we also have Mimoplasm. Or Mimeoplasm, the Revered one. 3 mana and X. When it enters, exile up to X creature cards from your graveyard. It enters with 3 +1/+1 counters on it for each creature card exiled this way. And for 2 mana, Mimeoplasm becomes a copy of target creature card exiled with it, except it's a 0/0 and has this ability. Oh, it's okay. So I guess the Vivi's... I'm assuming the Vivi's dead already. And then we're going to copy it with our Mimoplasm. And then... exile up to X creature cards from your grave. Oh, no, we can also exile this, the Shivan Hellkite. So we eat both of them. It's they have been eaten. So now this is like, what, a 6? Enters with 3 +1/+1 counters on it for each creature card exiled. So it comes into play with 6. So you're adding 6 mana. Does it go infinite though? It's just 6 mana if I'm reading this correctly. Does becoming a copy of the same thing as resetting the ability? I doubt it. And we exile the creatures, right? They can't be exiled again. They've been consumed. Delicious. You're delicious, Vivi. How about a show where we suggest cards and chat gives a card to combo with it? That's actually pretty interesting. Thank you for the huge super chat, Millmaster. That means that when the show hits, well, and it probably will, when we hit the hour mark, we'll take a look at, that is worth 5 more combos. Compliments of Millmaster. Hope you've been doing good, Millmaster. Hope everything is well. Okay, Volton's like, okay, explanation. Mimoplasm, exile the other 2. Pay 2 to copy Vivi. Use Vivi, we mean copy. Pay 2, Mimoplasm becomes a copy of target creature card exiled with it. Okay. Copy Vivi, use the ability. Pay 2 to recopy Vivi so you can use its ability again. Repeat for infinite mana, then use Hellkite's ability. Does that work? I'm gonna have to trust you on that one. This is not verified by me. I have, full disclosure, I have verified none of these combos. I am just an entertainer in front of a camera with a microphone in front of him. We finally broke Vivi with a bunch of, well, I wouldn't say a bunch of broken cards. Shivan Hellkite is probably the most innocent out of all of these things. Yep, that does work. Tried that in Arena. Okay, they're doing what? I agree with Arena logic. I haven't heard Arena doing anything illegal in a very long time. Next. We still have freebies, though. Leon Corgi with Marnius Kulgar. It's 40k card. March of the Machines. Actual card. And another Pitiless Plunderer. Yeah, plus any creature dying. I really appreciate that you mentioned that as part of the combo. Okay, something just died. Whenever another creature control dies, you get a treasure token. What are we going to do with that treasure token? Well, each non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power toughness equal to its converted mana cost, which means it dies. Which means you may... Is it like an infinite loop at this point? They just keep chaining off of each other. Marnius, help stop the chain. Whenever one or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, we draw a card. What? But we're just gonna draw cards. Chapter Master, 6 mana. Create 2/2/2s. Are we just committing like seppuku here? I don't know how we win. How do we win? I just see it. Yeah, it just kills us. As far as I'm concerned, we just die. You need that Jace from earlier. Yeah, you need, or Laboratory Maniac or something. We're just gonna draw our deck and die. I mean, hey, if you want to go to bed sooner, this is how to do it. Okay, I mean, it's a combo. Not every combo necessarily means you have to win. That's the neat part. You don't win. Not every combo ends in a victory. Okay, moving on. Or donate? What are we donating? Oh, you want to donate the Kulgar? Whenever one or more tokens enters the battle. No, the combo has to... the stuff has to enter under your control. We don't win. We play Magic until the end of the world. So many combos are one card away from winning today. Yeah, I know. A lot of these cards don't work. These combos don't work. Or it's a combo that kills you. Okay, next up. Freddy Skywalker with Azuri Claw of Progress. Oh, you also want Deranged Hermit. A lot of jank combos with Deranged Hermit today. We also have Sage of Hours. Cast Hermit after Azuri is on the battlefield. Sounds fair. Okay, so Azuri is on the battlefield. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is the number of experience counters you have. So then we're going to play Deranged Hermit. I don't know what the point of this is. So we make Deranged Hermit bigger. Toad's the Squirrel Master out here. I don't get this. We get 4 squirrels, and they get +1/+1. Sage of Hours says, whenever you cast a spell that targets Sage of Hours, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Remove all +1/+1 counters from Sage of Hours for each 5 counters removed this way. Take an extra turn after this one. Hold on, did I mix these cards up? So hold on. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Sage of Hours, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters under your control, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Oh, okay. Azuri comes in play. You play Deranged Hermit. You get 5 creatures because you got 4 squirrels and you get 1 Deranged Hermit. And then on combat, we're going to put 5 +1/+1 counters on the Sage of Hours and get infinite turns, I guess. I apologize for my combo when it comes in the line. You have to keep spamming it, by the way. Otherwise, it just gets buried in chat. Just to let you know, unless you donated it, which I don't see it here. Next. Yeah, put the Sage. Yeah, we're gonna put all the counters on the Sage of Hours. Micum, Jorah. The Weatherlight. Weatherlight Captain. Words of wind. And enthusiastic mechanaut. Enthusiastic. And you want Soul Ring. It's supposed to be 3 cards in here, you know. That's okay. Soul Ring is easy. Ugh, what a terrible art. Removed words from the deck after like 10 months of never getting the combo off because it's bad without the combo. Okay. Soul Ring, we need the mana for something. Enthusiastic Mechanaut. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Our Soul Ring is free! Finally! Words of Wind for 1 mana. The next time you would draw a card this turn, each player returns a permanent he or she controls to its owner's hand instead. So we try to draw a card. Each player returns a permanent. But Diora says whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card. So the next time you would draw a card this turn, each player, including somebody else. Oh, but you don't mind. Okay, so everyone's gonna bounce their hand, but you don't mind because Enthusiastic Mechanaut and the Soul Ring says that you can keep replaying your Soul Ring over and over and over again. Cool, cool. That would be hard to pull off. That'd be really. The opponent can interact with you in a million different ways. Not easy. Yeah, it's all bounce all the cards. Bounce them up. Bounce them up. Lord Jaraxxus with Miri. Weather Light Duelist. We also have Nikachu War Pride. Oh, and that's it. 2 cards. It's rare. Super rare on this show now to have only 2 cards. Miri Weatherlight Duelist is a 3-mana 3/2 cat warrior. First strike. Whenever Miri Weatherlight Duelist attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature this combat. As long as Miri Weatherlight Duelist is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. Oh, this reminds me of the Silent Arbiter. Is it the same thing? Each opponent can block. It's got the same vibes. It's sort of the same vibes. Nikachu War Pride for 6 mana. Must be blocked by exactly 1 creature available. Whenever Nikachu War Pride attacks, put X tokens into play, tapped and attacking that are copies of Nikachu War Pride, where X is the number of creatures defending player controls. Remove the tokens from the game at end of turn. So basically everything's unblockable except Miri. Yeah, basically unblockable. As long as Miri is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you. Oh, no. Okay. When she attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature this combat. So we attack with Miri. We also attack with our Nikachu War Pride. Well, it's not like we're unblockable. Oh, this thing must be blocked by exactly 1 creature available. It sounds like... Okay. Oh, I see. So Nikachu War Pride is blockable. If I understand this correctly, everything else is unblockable. No, one of the War Prides will be blocked. One of the War Prides? What about this thing? Must be blocked. Yeah. Put X tokens that are copies of the War Pride. Just one. Just one of them, though. They should kill the OG, though. Just sounds like a lot of damage. Massive amount of tokens. Throw in some doubling season in there. Double it up. Okay, next up, the big Nate with sack Phage the Untouchable with Endless Whispers on the battlefield. Endless Whispers. You want Phage the Untouchable? Okay, Phage the Untouchable. Don't touch her. She'll kill you. Endless Whispers, 4 mana, enchantment. Each creature has one. This creature is put into a graveyard from play. Choose target opponent. That player puts this creature card from that graveyard into play under their control at end of turn. How have we never seen this combo before? How is that possible? Nobody, I don't think anyone's ever suggested this for the years that we've had this show. I don't think this ever happened. And it's right there. It's not even in multiple colors. Phage could be your commander, sort of. Actually, she's probably better in the 99 than to be her commander. That's amazing. Can't touch this. Yeah, it danger, sort of. I mean, if you lose to Phage, you sort of deserve it at this point. Millmaster wants Lich in Mirror Universe. The Lich. How does Mirror Universe work? Mirror Universe, a 6-mana artifact. Tap, sacrifice Mirror Universe, exchange life totals with target opponent. Play this ability only during your upkeep. Ooh, that's great with Lich. Because as it enters the battlefield, you lose life equal to your life total. In fact, you don't have any life. That doesn't matter for you because you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. You get 0 or less life. But your opponent will. Yeah, Mirror Universe. Exchange life totals, you win, they lose. Mirror Universe combo don't work as much as it used to be. We broke Lich and Mirror Universe at the same time. Hexanord, Baron Helmet. What was this? Baron Helmet? Zemo? Then we have Doomsday Excruciator. And then Breach the Multiverse. Okay, now we're on dono cards. Or the paid donos. There's a lot of free donos still up for grabs. A lot of donations. Okay, Breach the Multiverse, a 7-mana sorcery. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or a planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature becomes a Phyrexian, which is going to be useful. With Doomsday Excruciator, a 6-mana flying demon. When Doomsday Excruciator enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. Well, okay, so we can't cheat this thing in play. We actually have to play this card fair. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Baron Helmet Zemo, 3-mana, 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, Baron Helmet Zemo connives. Boast. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard. With 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs, copy those exiled cards. You may cast You may cast up to 3 of the copies without paying their mana costs. So we are we casting both of these? So we're gonna cast Doomsday Excruciator and Breach the Multiverse. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Copy the exiled cards. You can cast them for free. So when it enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. And I guess then they're just gonna mill 10 cards, and then they got no more cards left. Oh, it's a milling strategy. We mill to win. Mill to win around here. Yep, that's how it's done. I did it. I figured it out. Mono black mill, baby. Okay, let's start with the gifted subs. Thank you so much, Millmaster. Okay, 5 gift to people who have no cards yet. Starting with Saxus, the Swarm Lord. Greater good. And, oh, Mind Over Matter. Ooh, I know what that one is. Remember, if you have a combo Necrosis the Wolf, you have to keep posting it. Just to get in line. There's no order. There's no list that I'm going down one by one. Whatever's there when I'm looking at chat, that's what we go with. Mind Over Matter, choose and discard a card. You can tap or untap an artifact, creature, or land. For greater good, sack a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, then discard 3 cards. And which I guess we're gonna sacrifice the Swarm Lord? What is going on here? So it's got rapid regeneration. The Swarm Lord enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone this game. Xenos Cunning, whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, draw a card. What? Enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, sack a creature, draw cards equal to the power. I feel like I'm missing something. Are we missing a card here? By the way, the Discord invite in the description doesn't work. Oh, really? Oh, thanks for... But everyone else seems to make it work. Is anyone else having problems with the Discord invite? By the way, 20 memberships is like 150 Canadian dollars. Okay, how does this damn thing work? Okay, I give up. Because there's not that many cards here. I have to sack a creature. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards, which I hope to manipulate with Mind Over Matter. But then I got no creature no more. I don't got a creature. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, draw a card. Okay. There we go. Marcio has some advice. For Discord, you have to go in Discord and add the link there. Clicking on the link sometimes doesn't work. That's terrible on my part. Okay, Saxus. The Swarm Lord will keep getting bigger each time you cast it if it's your commander, meaning you'll draw more cards. What? We just have magical mana somewhere? Where's our mana? Sacrifice a creature, draw cards. I didn't see. And then we have to discard 3 cards after that. Okay, well, that could have used a little bit more explaining to do, because I don't know how we repeatedly cast this thing. None of this adds mana. This doesn't add mana. This doesn't add mana. This sort of adds mana. If you are netting card draw, I guess it adds mana. Draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power, then discard 3 cards. I guess if the creature is big enough. I'm not doing the math. I guess in theory, if the creature is ginormous enough, we'll draw enough cards that we keep untapping the lands. But holy crap, we are digging through our deck for what I have no idea. Okay, I will tentatively say that works. Okay, that was one super chat out of 4. I better keep track of these damn things. Out of the millions of super chats. Okay, where's our furry friend here? Necrosis the Wolf, you get a super chat. Hardened Scales. Cryptic Trilobite. Sounds like something from the prehistoric ages. And Marith. Will of the Wild. So you said this is going to break my brain? Well, maybe not. I know some of these cards. Okay, Hardened Scales. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, put an extra 1 on top instead. Top it up. Buy get a billion counters, get 1 free. Then Cryptic Trilobite, a double X00. Enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. +1 if you have got the Hardened Scales. Remove a +1/+1 counter to add 2 mana. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. And for 1 mana, tap, put a +1/+1 counter on our Cryptic Trilobite. So at the very least, okay, so at the very least, we can spend 1 of these manas to add a mana. We can tap it only once, though. To add a counter, which will add a second counter, which then lets us remove 1 for the adding colorless ability. Let's look at Marith. Enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Pay X. Remove X +1/+1 counters from Marith. Choose 1. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. Or Marith deals X damage to target creature or player. Or put an XX green elemental creature token onto the battlefield. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Steve Cooper says, peace out since my phone is about to die and no power for my other devices. RIP. Steve Cooper's phone. Oops, that's the wrong one. See you on the replay, Steve Cooper. One of the few types to hybridize with Sliver? Really? Okay, I'm missing a concept here. Put a +1/+1 counter on the Cryptic Trilobite. But that doesn't interact with this card. Remove X +1/+1 counters on Marith. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. Oh, I see. Okay. So we can remove. So we're removing counters from Marith, dumping it on Crypto Trilobite, gets an extra amount of counters, and for each counter that we get, we get 2 mana. Now with that 2 mana, we can put counters on Marith and also move them somewhere else. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. No, we can just keep putting them on the Trilobite. And then I guess eventually we have infinite mana, and then we can Marith and blast someone in the face. I think I figured it out. Fan Factor says, have you noticed many combos start with whenever one or more? No, I have not observed that. All these combos go straight through my ear and out the other. It's just how it is. Okay, third donation goes to Bryce. Bryce. Soul Immolation. And the walls of Ba Sing Se. I got it. I did it. I knew it. Why are you forcing me to try to figure it out? Wait, the show would go very smooth if you just tell me what it does. Okay, Soul Immolation, or Immolation. This is a 5 mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast the spell, Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Put X -1/-1 counters on a creature you control. Soul Immolation deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control. X damage to each opponent? In addition to blighting? Bossing say, other perms you control have indestructible. So what, we don't care about this? It deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Oh, we're gonna blight our walls of Bossing Say. And let me tell you, our walls have big Bossing Say, okay? Big Bossing Say. The biggest. We can suck it up. Look at the Bossing Say on my walls. Thank you very much, Necrosis. Okay, that's our third one. Who's our fourth one? You can blight on anything you want. Then what is the point of this thing? Oh, just that it... Like, I don't understand what's the point of this thing being indestructible. Just cost the spell Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness amongst creatures you... No, I get it. So it has to be... Yeah, you are putting on the wall. You have to. So that, like, you can do 25 damage to everything. It's the only way. That's the only way it can be done. The thickest wall. Yeah, that's a thick wall. Oh, you better believe a lot of people like it thick. Look at my thick wall here. Okay, next, Corbinek will get Arc Bond. Chaos Warp. And Zada. Which one? Henron Grinder. The Grinder! Okay, Zada, Henron Grinder, 4 mana, 3/3. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Zada. Copy that spell for each other creature you control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. What are we going to target them with? Chaos Warp? What's the first card? Arc Bond. Choose target creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. Huh? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Zada, copy that spell for each other creature you control. That sounds terrible. So every creature is going to be targeted, and when that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player. Is this like the ultimate combat trick? And then we have Chaos Warp. The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library if it's a permanent card they put onto the battlefield. Wait, were you just adding even more chaos to all this? So everything gets chaos warped. And then we just put a bunch of random stuff on the battlefield. But then what about the Arc Bond? Choose target creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn. I think they're both combos. I don't know if you want all three of them at once, because the Arc Bond doesn't interact with Chaos Warp, because you're just going to... all the creatures are going to get sucked out and turned into something else. Next. N combo Y, Arbaz Mirror with mana reducers to get Ancestral Statue to 0 cost. What? Is that like a... is that a Discord thing? N combo Y? It is not. I don't know what you're talking about. Protopon. Okay, the 5th person. I don't. Okay, I think that's the. I think this combo is just a bunch of chaos. I don't think it actually goes anywhere. I mean, this Archibond plus this card is interesting, because there's just going to be a bunch of damage dealt to each other, and then the damage is like redistributed to everybody. What's even dealing the damage? I'm assuming this is like a combat trick. So like you make a big attack, and then you Arc Bond your Zada, and then it copies all your other creatures. And so whenever everything is dealt damage, you're dealing that much damage to everybody else as well. Usually it's no combo. It's no card yet. It's no combo. Yes, it's no combo. Oh, I see. That was it. No combo. You could just be NCY still. You confuse me. Is that the whole combo there? Arbaz Mirror? Is that a card? It is a card. With mana reducers to get Ancestral Statue to 0 cost. That's all you want. You're an honest person, Protopon. You just want free statues around here. That's it. Okay, so Arbaz Mirror. Whenever Arbaz Mirror or another non-token historic permanent enters the battlefield under your control, Arbaz Mirror deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. Okay, and then you want a bunch of cost reducers to get Ancestral Statue. When it enters the battlefield, return a non-land permanent you control back to its hand. So you're going to want to return the Ancestral Statue back. How many cost reducers do you need? You need like a bunch of them to cast this thing infinitely for free. It's actually quite difficult. How are you giving? You got a combo. Necrosis the Wolf. You got a combo. NCY, NY, or it's supposed to be NCY. No card yet, or no combo yet. You got one already. You have to get back in line. I'll just let you know in advance. Probably no one's gonna get a second card unless it's super chatted. 3 total. Anyway, so Ancestral Statues. You want this thing to enter the battlefield infinite times. You gotta fill in the blank. This is a fill in the blank combo. Imagine there are some cost reducers on the battlefield. Whatever those might be, it's a lot of them. And when this non-token historic permanent enters the battlefield, you keep pinging your opponents to death. Okay, thank you so much, Millmaster, for the oh yeah, these weren't even donated. These were memberships. Thanks for giving a bunch of memberships to everybody. Next. Okay, who did not get it? Steve Cooper hasn't got anything yet. Urza Big Dummies on the Discord and a donation for chat. My power cut out, so I'm not crap mobile again, supering, so it gets through before ending. Okay, thank you so much, Steve Cooper. Urza Big Dummies. We're gonna go look at them big old dummies. Okay, I found it. These are a bunch of Urza cards. Okay, this is a super chat, by the way. Crashing Drawbridge. Defender. Tap. Creatures you control have gain haste and until end of turn. That's it. They just gain haste. Urza! Does Urza need haste? ETB, get a 0/0 colorless construct. You also tap an untapped artifact you control to add a blue, 5 mana. Shuffle your library and reveal a card. You can play the damn thing without paying its mana cost. Because you already paid 5 mana. Moonlit Meditation, a 3 mana aura. Enchant artifact or creature you control. The first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. What? And then we have got the Cyber Drive Awakener. This is a 6-mana 4/4 construct with flying. Other artifact creatures you control have flying. When this creature enters, each non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. All right, we're not done yet. Why? This is the Clone Legion. 9-mana sorcery. For each creature target player controls, create a token that's a copy of that creature. What is even going on here? Oh, I'm so sorry, King Ginger. Very hard, very. My condolences, King Ginger. Very sorry to hear that. Okay, Steve Cooper. How the hell does this work? Step 1, crashing drawbridge on the field, not summoning sick. Okay. Step 2, Urza enters and creates a construct. We got a construct. Next, step 3, cast a Moonlight Meditation and enchant the construct. So we're going to put a construct. So when the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies. So we're going to make more constructs. Then cast Clone Legion. They enter as constructs. Give them haste with crashing drawbridge and swing with big flying dummies at your will. Okay, so we go play Clone. For each creature target player controls, create a token that's a copy of that creature. So are we just making a billion Moonlight things? First time you'd create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Okay, then. I'm just going to have to trust this. I'm just going to have to trust that. I don't get it, to be honest. Because I still don't know what the cyber. What was this? Oh, sorry. Okay, at the end it says also cast Cyber Drive Awakener. So we just throw that in there somewhere where everything has flying. I guess for the whole point of gaining flying and then dealing a bunch of damage. Okay, there was a donation. We're gonna give a dono to 1080 Snowboarding. You want Toski and World Slayer? Combo is too easy, a little too easy. Swing for 1 damage every turn, and the World Slayer. Okay, Toski, 4-mana indestructible. It's a 4-mana indestructible 1/1. Attacks each combat if able, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And it's gonna be dangerous because it's got World Slayer. When a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer and other than Toski. Toski is gonna survive. Toski is like the cockroaches during the prehistoric period. The whole world can blow up. You can't get rid of the cockroaches. You can't get rid of Toski either. Toski lives. But it doesn't have indestructible. Sorry. It doesn't have unblockable. That's my only problem. Or does it not care? Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. Okay, if you deal damage with this card, if that happens, then you can, you do all that fun stuff. So, little, what's it called? Some assembly required. Okay, we have a bunch of super chats still here. Marcio with Jan Jansen, Chaos Crafter. Jan Jansen sounds like a Hollywood name. Clock of Omens. And Nadir's Nightblade. Tap the 2 tokens to untap Jan and sack 1 to alternate Jan's ability. Let's read these first. Jan Jansen has haste. Tap, sack an artifact creature. Create 2 treasure tokens. Tap, sacrifice a non-creature artifact. Create 2 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature tokens. Then we have Clock of Omens. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control to untap target artifact. Then we have Nidier's Nightblade. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So the whole point is, okay, so we have to combo with these 2 cards. Tap, sack an artifact, create 2 treasures. Tap, sack a non-creature artifact, create 2 1/1 colorless. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control, untap target artifact. But that's not but Jan Jansen's not an artifact. Tap the 2 tokens to untap Jan. But Jan's not an artifact. Untap target artifact. This combo doesn't work. Tell you what I'm going to do, Marcio. We're donating that one. Oh, you missed liquid metal torque. Okay, you need liquid. Okay, liquid metal torque. We're not going to donate. I forgot. We got to fix these combos. We're going to turn Jan Jansen into an artifact. Liquid metal torque says target non-land permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types now. It become the very thing that it was tinkering with all the time. Okay, now it's an artifact. So now we can sack an artifact, create 2 treasure tokens, sack a non-creature artifact. Okay, I guess we sacrifice the torque, actually. Create 2 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature tokens. And then we... No, but I have to sacrifice a non-creature. Sacrifice an artifact creature. Oh, yeah, then you just flip-flop between 2 abilities. Okay, got it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, next up. We're gonna get what? We're gonna get... Huh? How many MODOK combos you want to contribute to the show, Pacers fan forever? What are you, nuts? Huge fan of Skibidi Toilet. MODOK. And Maha. Maha. It feathers night. Okay, we got Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi Toilet is back. And remember, designed only for killing. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. And what do you know? Our opponent's creatures, their toughness, their base toughness becomes 1, which turns their opponent's entire board into a graveyard. GG opponent. Turns out Skibidi Toilet's pretty powerful. If there's some sort of human... It's very funny. You're coming up with all these Skibidi Toilet combos after the humility combo that failed, which we don't know works. It probably doesn't. Of all the ways you could make Skibidi Toilet work, you found the one combo that doesn't work at all. But we found all the good ones. I'm back and managed to find a power bank with some juice. Well, unfortunately for you, Steve Cooper, I already went through your combo, so you have to look back on the stream. That's not a combo, though. Yeah, it's a combo. You wipe out your opponent's board. You wipe out the opponent's board. It's a combo to me. It's a combo to me. Next, we've got Toads. Love the show. Dark Depths plus Absorbing Man or Impossible Man. What the hell are you up to? Absorbing Man? Assuming this is like a Marvel superhero card. Absorbing Man! Absorbs anything. Wait, it's Dark Depths. Micum says, I have an 11 card combo. Can't join Discord. We gotta figure out how to join the Discord. I don't know what I can do for you. And 11 cards? 11 cards? What combo is this? I think we've gotten like a combo like that before. It was like quite insane. It says 11 cards? I might not even allow that. Okay, he absorbed. Wait, he's going to absorb the Dark Depths here. Absorbing Man, a 3 mana 4/4. Vigilance. At the beginning of your first main phase until your next turn, Absorbing Man becomes a copy of up to 1 target artifact, non-or enchantment, or a land. So it can become a Dark Depths. Except his name is Absorbing Man. He is a legendary 4/4 human villain creature in addition to his other types. And he has Vigilance. And also he's going to sacrifice immediately. Because he didn't come into play with ice counters, and when he gets sacrificed, he then turns into a Merit Lage. Actually, he didn't turn it. He just got sacrificed. The Absorbing Man didn't know what he absorbed. Oh, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. I miscounted. It's 10 and your Discord link is expired. Okay, I'll try to fix the Discord link. Maybe get something from the custom, try to join from the custom ability, custom show. Sorry. Open up a custom video. Go into the description and see if that link works. If that one's also expired, let me know. I have to, yeah, like refresh Discord links. I had no idea that. I thought I put like a permanent Discord one. Impossible Man would have taken less time to read. You have a super chat. Don't worry, I got you, Kano. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. We got staying power and piracy. What? Okay, as is the rules, you may have a silver border combo. If you don't know. Whoever has the gold makes the rules around here. Piracy for blue sorcery. This turn, you may tap lands you don't control to help pay for your spells. Does that matter for staying power? For staying power, the custom has the same link. Discord says it's expired. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I guess I have to just change the link. I thought I have a permanent Discord link. But thanks for letting me know. Maybe other people have been having the same problem. Staying power, 3-mana enchantment. Until end of turn, and this turn effects don't end. I don't get it. This turn, you may tap lands you don't control to help pay for your spell. Oh my god! You can like F with people's lands for an eternity. So that doesn't end. I'm gonna screw with you. How does priority work? Oh, I guess people still have priority. And then when you get priority, you can start tapping their lands. No, but how does that work? Like, the thing is, like, you're not supposed to be allowed to... And I guess that's why it's like, this is an uncard, because it breaks cards like this big time. It will be permanent. It'll be very permanent. I am most definitely not looking up all those cards, Micum. I'm sorry. I love you, Micum. That's not happening this show. You'll probably have to wait until, like, next month. Running off to Spain before you fix your link for sure. Oh no, I'll fix the damn thing. I might not. I got it. I got it written down. It's on the to-do list. Pacers Fan Forever has another Modoc combo. Skibidi Toilet is back. First ability plus Shield Dread. So you actually we're using another ability on Skibidi Toilet. It's actually this is a very powerful card. Has many abilities, including flying and lifelink. Flying being one of the most broken abilities in the game. But this one, the Mental Organism, pay 3 life and it connives. Activate only during your turn. So you get to draw a card, then discard a card, and if you discarded an online card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So aren't you just losing? Oh no, this is not the same Shield Dread. Swamp Walk. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. How did these combo? Connive. All right, so we get to draw a card, then discard a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, return a creature card. So I guess you're just conniving a bunch of times until you find like something good to reanimate, I guess. This is very loose. The other shield, okay, I figured it. I thought it was Shield Dread. I know which one you're talking about. The Apocalypse. The other Shield Dread. The more evil one. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. So this ability now only costs 1 life. Because you still draw a card, then discard a card. So you're basically paying 1 life for this ability. 1 life, dump a card into your graveyard. I don't know how useful that is, though. I don't know. Micum, you remind me, and you get a free super chat for a regular show. But outside of that, that's it for today. What a world. Thank you so much, everybody, for your donations. Thanks so much for your combos. Because it wouldn't be this show would be worthless without all of you showing up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. Oh, people who are patrons on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people are part of the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your beautiful, beautiful combos today. People like Toads, Pacers Fan Forever, Mercenary, Old Boy, Just My Own Clips. Oh, Benny! Oh, no! Benny, remind me. You should get priority next month. Mercenary. What? Okay, shout out to Benny. Archetype of Courage, Archetype of Finality, and Grand Melee. It sounds like an epic combo. We got Kano, Christopher B, Steve Cooper, 1080 Snowboarding, Toads, Benny, Dark Ginger, Micah, many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.